Have you ever opened social media, seen someone your age, buying a house, starting a company, getting married, traveling the world, and suddenly felt this strange, heavy pressure in your chest? Like somehow you're already late to life, even though no one ever gave you a schedule. It's a familiar feeling, a quiet panic, a sense that everyone has figured things out except you. But here's the twist. Feeling behind doesn't mean you are behind. In fact, most people who feel this way are doing far better than they realize. Today on EDUx, let's slow down time for a moment and explore the psychology, the illusions, and the brain traps that make you feel like you're falling behind when you're actually right on track. We start with a simple truth. Your brain is constantly comparing you to other people, not because you want to, but because it's how humans survived for thousands of years. In ancient societies, fitting in wasn't just social, it was survival. If you were slower than others, weaker, or too different, your chances of survival dropped. So the brain evolved a habit. Quote, check what others are doing, compare yourself, adjust. Today, that ancient instinct is still active, but now instead of comparing ourselves to 20 people in a small tribe, we're comparing ourselves to millions of people online. Someone posts a promotion. Your brain says, you're falling behind. Someone starts a side business. You're behind. Someone gets married. You're behind. Someone wakes up at 5 a.m. and drinks a green smoothie. You're definitely behind. Your brain doesn't filter context, privilege, starting points, or luck. It just sees difference and sounds the alarm. But here's the important part. When people share their achievements, you're not seeing the years of frustration, failed attempts, doubts, breakdowns, or restarts behind the scenes. You're only seeing the highlight reel and comparing it to your behind the scenes. And that is an unfair fight you will always lose. But comparison is only one part of the story. There's another psychological trap at play, the timeline illusion. We all carry a hidden mental timeline of how life is supposed to unfold. Graduate by this age, success by that age, marriage, job stability, personal growth, travel, creativity, all arranged in a quiet checklist we never consciously wrote, but still feel obligated to follow. Where did this timeline come from? A mix of culture, parents, school, movies, and the stories we grew up with. But here's the twist. Most of these timelines were invented decades ago for a world that no longer exists. The truth is, people change careers at 30, 40, even 60. People find love at the most unexpected times. People discover their talents not at 18, but sometimes at 28 or even 58. And life paths now look more like messy scribbles than straight lines. Yet our brains judge ourselves using a timeline that's outdated, unrealistic, and unfair. There's also this subtle emotional pressure. You feel behind because you underestimate how much progress you've already made. Think about it. You've survived things you thought would break you. You've learned things that past you would be amazed by. You've grown, changed, adapted, improved, even if it doesn't feel dramatic. But progress in real life is quiet. It's not a big announcement. It's not a trophy. It's not a viral post. It's the way you now handle problems better than before. It's the small habits you've built. It's the emotional growth no one sees. It's the skills that have slowly sharpened over time. Often, the only person who can't see your progress is you. And here's another truth people rarely say out loud. Most people who look like they're ahead feel behind too. The person with the great job worries they're not talented enough. The person in the perfect relationship wonders if they're doing life right. The person who seems confident is terrified of losing momentum. The person who looks successful online doesn't feel successful inside. Everyone is comparing, doubting, questioning, and trying to figure life out as they go. You are not behind. You're experiencing what almost every human experiences, but silently. So how do you break this feeling? Start by remembering this. Life is not a race. There is no finish line, and you are not late. Your path is unique. Your timing is unique. Your growth is unique. Your story unfolds at the pace meant for you. Some people bloom early, some bloom late, some bloom twice, some change gardens entirely. But every version is valid. Every timeline is valid. Every life unfolds differently, and that's exactly what makes it beautiful. You're not behind. You're simply on a timeline that belongs only to you. And maybe that's exactly where you're supposed to be.